Friends, my goodness, where have we even been? Where has the time gone? Hold on, I need to get my coffee. Truthfully, I have no real plan or agenda for today's video. Simply, I just need to say I'm sorry. I really, you know those friends that just like, they come into your life and then they go unannounced and they don't say anything? That's how I feel towards the internet. Like, I came in with these grand ideas and plans and I left you hanging, and I left you with, we bought a house and we got a dog, and then I literally didn't give you anything else, any other look into our life. And it's been hectic, to say the least. Here we are again with a real raw, no makeup, Sunday morning, bright and early video to capture this raw moment. It is pouring rain outside. It snowed here 2 days ago, and Elijah's been out of town for 3 weeks, going on 4. So you can just maybe get what I'm putting down, how it's going. I'll just let you know, I'm from Southern California, Los Angeles, where snow can count as many times as I've seen it fall from the sky in my lifetime. It's just a different experience when you're on your own, home alone, your power goes out. It snowed 8 inches overnight and Elijah's gone. And to be honest, I kind of was loving it for a second, because I was like, look at this, I'm a real pioneer woman. I know it's deep inside of me, and I got the fire going in our stove, and I started boiling water on top of the fire to make some coffee because I was desperate, not because I really knew what I was doing. To be honest, this is not any sort of organized video. This is me basically rambling. So if you're not into the ramble, see you next time. But I would love to hear in the comments below, like, what do you want me to talk about? Because I feel like I jumped out of here and jumping back in, and I'm like, what do we do again? What are we talking about? To be honest, today, I thought I'd just be real and raw with you about how I've been doing, how Elijah and I have been doing. And I feel like if you've watched previous videos, I made these videos about like husband and wife, like overcoming conflict and the truth about first year of marriage and things like that. And I will tell you, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I look back and I'm like, I remember thinking like, oh, this isn't bad. Our first year of marriage isn't bad. Where we're living right now, we're in our 3rd year. So we've been married 2 years, 2.5 years. And I look back on the first year of marriage and I'm like, oh, if she only knew it was gonna be this sweet. Like, it is worth the work and effort, you guys. It was hard. I am just gonna be upfront and honest. It is challenging. Well, I don't know, some people don't have that, but like, to figure out that transition in life and like just rub up against somebody, like, you just poke all of the buttons and you see all the things, and we just had a lot of stuff we had to work through. And I'm glad we did, because honestly, we're living in a spot in our marriage that actually feels really sweet. And it's not to say that we don't have stuff and we don't have things that we're continually working through, but it's worth the effort. It's worth bringing people in. It's worth going after the things that you know that you need to work on. I feel like, if anything, the things we've learned in the last couple years is so much less about the dynamics happening between each other, which often is a very real thing. It's like, this incident happened, we need help, we don't know how to work through it. But most of the time, it actually has to do with like, my internal world, my stuff I'm working on is now affecting us. How do I take responsibility, own my stuff, and work through it? And I think we both have just, honestly, I just want to rave about us a second. We've done a good job of really going after these things, and not to say we've done the best, not to say there's not more, but we have taken the time and the effort and talked to the people and sat with our stuff and just all that kind of thing. And so I'm proud of us and where we're at. And I think, to be honest, one of the biggest things is that Elijah in his job responds to disasters, and so he's been in Turkey and then he went to Ukraine, and that is a whole conversation which I'll get into another time. But somebody recently asked us to talk about like, if we're doing what we thought or what we dreamed of we would always be doing, and no, the answer is no. But in a lot of ways, yes. In a lot of ways, yes. It just doesn't look like how I thought it would, you know? And so it's been a journey. And I think as a wife, I've been learning how to support Elijah in this transition in his job and where he's off in different places in the world, and support him, because I'm just gonna be very vulnerable with you guys. There's been so many aspects of this that's hard for me, not because, oh, you're going off into dangerous places in the world, but because it's the very things that I have felt like I've wanted to do with my life. It's what I even, went to school for. It's like, it's been in my heart forever. And so I'm having to sit back and go, I'm trusting the Lord in this, and I also am going to be a huge support with you, but I'm also not going to ignore what's going on inside of me. And it's been a juggle. It's been a journey. And, but I look at this process and I can only see that the Lord is doing something inside both of us and between us that is only unto something. You know those seasons when you're like, I don't see the fruit of this. I don't know exactly how this is all going to work out. I'm not okay with where we're at per se. I'm okay with where we're at if it's going to something. You're like, I'm good with the hard if it's unto something. That's where we're at. And at least that's where I'm at. But I look at it and I'm like, I can see the Lord in the midst of this, and I can see him doing something. And so, I don't know, have any of you ever felt that way? Like, you're watching something play out and you're like, I cannot do this. Like, this is so painful. This is so hard. And I don't know how I'm going to get to the other side of this. And then you just watch as the layers unfold and you see the mighty hand of God on your life. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. Why was I trying to make this all happen in my own strength? That's how it feels a little bit. Like, I'm just like, chill out. That inner hamster wheel that's like revving and like, it's like, let me out, let me off, is just, it's needing to take a seat. It's needing to calm down. It's needing to wait a minute and actually trust that the Lord is going to come through. He has a perspective of our lives that we can't see, right? Like, I'm reminded of this verse in Isaiah. Actually, my mom sent it to me when I texted her one time when I was struggling per se. I'm gonna share this with y'all because, to be honest, I don't think it's just for me. I think someone else out there also needs to hear this. So Isaiah 55, 8-9, just listen to this a second, just let it settle in. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. As the rain and the snow come down from heaven and do not return to it without watering the earth and making it bud and flourish, so that it yields seed for the sower and bread for the eater, so is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it. Man, it just gets better. I gotta keep reading. You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and hills will burst into song before you, and all the trees of the field will clap their hands. Instead of the thorn bush will grow the juniper, and instead of briars and myrtle will grow. This will be the Lord's renown for an everlasting sign that will endure forever. Ladies and gents, that first one alone. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. There's some times in life we have to sit back and we just have to go. His ways are higher than our ways, right? And his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. Like, I'm down here and I'm looking at this way, and my thoughts about it are this way. And he's like, I'm up here and I can see this in a completely different light, and you have no idea what you're doing, and you have no idea what I'm doing. And it's all gonna be okay. So just take a seat, calm down, and just home, have some peace. Anyway, that has been life lately. I just rambled, but I wanted to get something out there and up there again, and I really want to hear what you guys want to hear about. I know I didn't really go much into any sort of specific dating, relationship, marriage conversation or anything like that, but I do want to know, what do you guys want? I don't know. I've kind of been fiddling around with vlogs. I've been fiddling around with different conversational style videos, and I don't know, what is it that you want to hear about? Do you want to hear specific topics? Do You want to like chat about a specific thing, or do you want more vlogs? What do you want, guys? What do you want? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, I hope you have the most lovely, sunny little Sunday. And I'll see you all next time. Until then, have a beautiful week.